Good afternoon, my name is Esteban Cruz. In this presentation, I will talk about the world leader that I admire most. His name is Barack Obama, who was the first African American president of the United States. Structure. I am going to divide this talk into 4 parts. First, his biography. Second, characteristics for which I admire him. Third, conclusions. Fourth, references. First, I will talk to you about his life. He was born on August 4, 1961, in the city of Honolulu, Hawaii. Son of Barack Obama Sr., a Kenyan economist, and Stanley and Donan, an American anthropologist. When he was 2 years old, his parents separated. His mother married Lolo Sotoro, and in 1967, he moved with his family to Indonesia, the country of origin of his new husband. Obama attended local schools in Jakarta until he was 10 years old. He then returned to life in Honolulu with his maternal grandparents, and in 1971, he was enrolled in the 5th grade of the Punjab School, where he remained until his graduation from high school in 1979. Once he finished his baccalaureate, he moved to the Angels and began his studies at Occidental College for a period of 2 years, after which he transferred to Columbia University in New York City in the career of science politics. He graduated with an undergraduate degree in liberal arts from Columbia in 1983. I also worked at the Business International Corporation and the New York Public Interest Research Group. At the end of 1988, he studied law at Harvard Law School, where he was selected as editor of the Harvard Law Review. He announced his candidacy for the United States Senate in 2003 and was finally elected to the Senate in November 2004. In 2008, he became the candidate of the Democratic Party, and on November 4 of the same year, he became the elected President of the United States after defeating the Republican John McCain. He also received the Nobel Peace Prize. During his 2 mandates, he promoted economic policies such as the Reinvestment and Recovery Act of 2009, the Unemployment Insurance Employment Reauthorization and Creation Act, the Pension Protection Law and Affordable Medical Assistance, increased the presence of U.S. troops in Afghanistan, signed the New START Treaty on Arms Control with Russia, announced the death of terrorist Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, also created relations between Cuba and the United States in 2015. And finally, on January 2017, he left the White House. Now, I'm going to talk about the characteristics that I admire about him. I admire President Barack Obama because he was a great leader, since he was very cautious in making important decisions without harming the integrity of his nation. For example, by ordering U.S. military intervention in the Libyan conflict and the increase of U.S. troops in Afghanistan. In addition, he benefited to the population of his country with the law of pension protection and affordable health care, which allowed access to 20 million people to health coverage that until then did not have it. It also stabilized the U.S. economy that was damaged by the financial crisis. Through the stimulus policy, it generated conditions that have allowed the creation of employment for 75 consecutive months. Besides being a person responsible for not neglecting his family for his work. As conclusions, he was one of the most important political leaders in the history of the United States. He was a charismatic leader with all the people. During his 2 terms, he directed with excellent responsibility and discipline his presidential cabinet. He also went to the extra mile to help his nation and humanity. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have enjoyed my presentation.